Hello, my name's Simon Townsend. I'm a pranic healer and I've been doing paranormal investigations on my own, which no one's known about, for years, and mediumships. And yesterday, someone in a mediumship said that I'm a reincarnation of Ramses the Great. Now, Ramses the Great is supposed to be a king / pharaoh from Egypt, and I've checked it up and I do look like him. We've got the same hands and feet and features. And I said, well, is there a way of proving it? And he said, come out to this field. I'm in Worcestershire in Crewe, Cheshire, England, the United Kingdom. This field, which is in Westonia, in Worcestershire, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon they will stop the rain and show me a picture in the sky of what's called a death mask, a funerary mask, and that'll prove who they are, and they'll prove that I'm Ramses the Great. So I'm here now. This is like 25 to 3, and it was stinking down with rain only moments ago, and it's just stopped. So I've started recording. This is the first recording I've ever done for any type of media, so it's not going to be edited or messed about with in a way, and my commentary is just straight off the cuff, not written down or anything, so you'll have to bear with me. So like I say, I'm in Worcestershire. There's a picture up there already of a dog. A picture up there of a dog. They said there might be some other goings on happening, whether they're supernatural or paranormal or some weather phenomenon. But as you can see, the rain's completely stopped, and it was forecast to be raining all day today where we are, and it's completely stopped here at the moment. I say it's completely stopped compared to what it was before I came out the door. So this is where we're at the moment. We're just having a look at the sky. They said it was going to be on the right hand side of the sun at 3 o'clock, but then there was some misunderstanding whether it was 2:30 till 3 o'clock, so I came out at 2:30, and it's so I'm going to be here for like an hour videoing this. So I may go quiet at some times, as like I say, this is the first time me doing any sort of media like this, so bear with me, and we'll see if those in the mediumship are correct and I am indeed Ramses the Great, and this is their way of proving it to me. But like I say, they did say there might be some other phenomenon going on, some parapsychological phenomenon, some other pictures in the sky, some of the signs from the heavens, someone deceased turning up to do something. So that's where we're up to at the minute. I'll show you where we are. That's Magpie Manor over there. That's Field Lane there, and that's Fairbrook, and that's Joey the Swan over there in Worcestershire, and over there's the Woodside Pub, and this is the new estate which has gone up the last few years. Joey the Swan, that's called there. So that's Joey the Swan out there. That's the park of Joey the Swan. Over there's Nantwich Town Centre. The cars you can hear in the background is Middlewich Road over there. The weather is changing now, as you can see. It seems to be all clearing up, even though the weather said it was going to be raining all day today. Now, I've had this before, but because obviously, you know, I'm not a skeptic. I'm a pranic healer, so you know, I've seen people get better off things where the doctors said they can't get better, just by pranic healing. And if you don't know what pranic healing is, it's like an energy healing where to do with chakras and energy bodies. So if someone had like a malfunctioning crown chakra, they might get a feeling of heaviness. So as a pranic healer, we'd anti-clockwise remove the problem and then spray our hands with a salt or an alcohol, and that would remove that dense energy, and the chakra will start rotating properly again, and the person would feel better again. So through pranic healing, I've seen amazing things happen with people's health, even if the pranic healing practitioner is not with the individual. We can do it from, all the way around the planet. We can do it from England to Australia without even being there, which is unbelievable to think. But when you see it work, I've seen someone in hospital with a gangrenous mould on the leg, and when they were asked if anything's happened that day, they said, well, at 3 p.m. I looked at my leg, and the welt on my leg went down, and we asked the practitioner when they did the healing, without telling them about what happened in the hospital, and he said it was 3 p.m. So I've seen a lot of things like that, and I've seen a lot of paranormal stuff which I've not been able to video because it's been so fast when I've not had my camera with me. So I thought, from this moment I will indeed video it and try and do my best type of as voiceovers, and obviously as voiceovers is that they'll get better as they go along, so you'll have to forgive me on everything I say, because this is the first thing for me. It's quite nerve-wracking doing it, so I'll get better as time goes on. So we're in Worcestershire. That's Worcestershire Green Road. I've chose to come out here because I only live like 10 minutes away, so I can walk out here and do this, and then I don't have to like trek for miles if there's not much activity going on. So I can come out and check something. I've been told to go in the other field, so I'm going to go over here because this hedge here is obstructing. As you can see, the weather's clearing up, and they told me, as they said at 3 o'clock this will happen there, and I looked at the weather and it said it's raining all day, and they said don't be apprehensive, just go there. So here I am. And this is through some sort of mediumship which is from ancient Rome. So the Greeks are trying to learn English because I'm no good at Greek, so they can tell me, because apparently I was a big deal in Greece in 13 BC, which obviously I can't remember because that was a long time ago, and I'm 52 years old now, so I've had a life of kickboxing and boxing and wrestling and just doing bits and bobs and just being a lad, just getting on with my life and doing some building, and I've had a couple of businesses and I've let them go, and I've just been thinking all these things that I've been doing, and I just like abandon them and go into something else, and now I found something I enjoy, which is being involved with this. So this is what I've started doing. So but like I say, this is the first video that I've ever done regarding, I'm going to put it on a social media outlet. But it is absolutely clearing up, which, if you've seen the weather report, this is not supposed to have happened, but in Worcestershire it has, because it completely stopped raining, and it looks like it's all getting blue here over in Antwerp. I don't know where this is actually going to be, so I'm going to just look around and you might see some paranormal activity which I don't see, as I've been bombarded with so much paranormal activity and supernatural beings from Hinduism and Sikhism and Buddhism and from Switzerland and from the World Wars. As I went to Gstaad in Switzerland and got haunted, which nearly ruined my life and killed me, but fortunately I was doing pranic healing, so I managed to get some sort of normality back, which I lost like nearly 3 stone and was very poorly from it whatsoever. But now I have regained the weight and showing everybody what's going on. So this is what's happening now. It's Monday, I think it's Monday in January, so I say that because I've got the phone in one hand and I haven't seen what the date is when I come out, but I know it's Monday, and I think it's Monday the 12th, I think it is. So there's a picture up there. There's 2 faces there if you can see them. And a big gust of wind come down here. Beautiful sky coming out now. Turning round to see if ghosts are sneaking up, because in my short time of doing this, they have been known to jump on my back and disturb me. So I'm just checking the behind me because I've got some sort of clairvoyance where I can see apparitions, which might sound fun to some. Big beautiful rainbow there. Yeah, the apparitions and being able to see these things might sound like fun to some people, but when you get someone who's dead, who's disturbed, who's done terrible things in their life and they've done some sort of black magic to come back, they're no fun to talk to, especially when they what I've seen when I saw a motorbike crash in Nantwich, and I went out to help the guy because obviously I'm a healer. I didn't want to touch it. I wasn't going to touch him or anything. I was just going to try and help him out with the it's having a little bit of a sprinkle here, but as you can see the clouds are all dispersing here right in front of me. So I might have to light the camera. Yeah, so what I'm saying is I went to help this guy, and the actual ghosts started talking out of the people who were just staring at him dying on the floor, and they were being really nasty to me, saying what are you doing, when they didn't even know what I was doing, because I was about 20 feet away from them, and I wasn't moving my hands or anything. I was just trying to get him to be alive. But someone wanted him not to be alive, so he died. So you can see this all the way around me here. This is where they said it was happening, and here it is. Someone walking the dog there, no idea what's going on in a minute. But this is, I've seen some amazing things, and it's good to get it on camera, because when the weatherman says that it's going to be tipping down at this time here, as it said here, and then you look up, and exactly where they told me to be, and there's a hole in the weather where there's a little bit of a sprinkle, but overall it's dry. Feel the air pressure changing now, like something's really happening. I could feel it on my way out here. I felt it for years, to be honest, since I came back from Gustard in 2019. So since then I've been doing this, having these visitations, or whatever they're called, these paranormal experiences. You see straight above me where I'm standing, I haven't moved, as you can see. It's all blue. And everywhere else is grey, apart from that bit where the sun is going to be. That to me proves that somebody's been trying to talk to me and show me something that's going on. And they did say that they were going to show me something if I'm Ramses the Great. They're going to do something here where I'm standing at 3 o'clock, and it's like 10 to 3 now, so as you can see, they've already made a big gap in the rain, because all the way around is all rainy weather, as you can see. So they've already given me some sort of show of something's going on. Now I'm just going to be patient and just see what's going on. I'm laughing because sometimes when you do mediumship, it's like shamanic mediumship and things, actual spirits come and talk through your mouth. Now what people do sometimes when they have that is they have a mental breakdown and freak out and go, oh no, someone's talking from my mouth. But because I've been doing mediumship, I know sometimes someone shares your voice box, which I wouldn't say encourage that, because you might get some mad murderer from the 19th century, some Jack the Ripper talking through you, which is not a good idea. Fortunately I blocked it, and so I've just had different individuals, which I'll do a video on, which I wasn't comfortable in doing before because I didn't know what's going on, and when you're frightened to death because you're doing paranormal investigations on your own and you don't want to tell anyone. Look at that weather formation over there. It's all turned moody over there. It's like pictures in the sky over there. Well, I've already had evidence that what they're talking about is here, because this is a field I'm ever in. And they said go in that field and you'll see a death mask in the sky, but you'll also might see other things. So we're waiting to see the death mask in the sky. There's another face there, if you can see it. Now, if you're here, you could feel the mood because it's quite spooky, but it's also refreshing because there's a beautiful front of fresh air coming in. All that really dark blue there. If you know storm clouds, they don't normally blue like that. And this is just right above me where they've told me to stand. It's totally blue. Well, advised to stand, I should say. Now when I see what's going to happen here, I'm going to do some other things with the clouds, because I've seen a lot of things happen in the clouds, but like I say, I didn't have the camera phone with me to do it, or didn't get the camera phone out quick enough to do it. There's another picture there, another face there I can see clear there, if you can see. Gone quiet because I'm listening via some psychic channels just to see what I'm picking up. Picking up this bloke walking his dog. Hey up, dog. There's a dog. Thought I was picking something up and it was the dog. Yeah, so sometimes you think something amazing is going to happen, but actually it's a bloke walking the dog. Seeing if picking up any apparitions, because I'm used to seeing them and I've not videoed any, so you might see some on this video, you might not. But if there's any around, I will keep my camera close to me and start to get some videos of them. So when I went to Gstaad, in Switzerland, and I went to do some clearing of some houses because there was some spooky stuff going on, and do some pranic healing and some what's called havening, basically a health check on a house, and because I'm good with nutrition and positive motivation and things like that, so and healing and getting people out of mental quagmires, even if they've been told that they're going to die. So I went to Gstaad. Well, there's some more pictures there. Another face there. And some of these are quite soft to look at, but some of them that I've seen when I've not had my camera, it's so startlingly scary. They put the willies up. Yeah, but not as much as in Gstaad, because when I was in Gstaad, I went to a house which I found out after was where they did Nazi satanic ritual abuse. So obviously it's 70 years on since that, so I didn't know that, but I went in there and there was a pregnant lady there, so I couldn't do any pranic healing on her, but I could give her some advice and clear the house. But the house had furniture in it from Africa and Greece and Tibet, and had a Tibetan Buddha there. And the face, because I'm like sort of clairvoyant, which I didn't know though, which put the willies up me, is the face was haunted. So the face was haunted on the Tibetan Buddha, so the face moved when I looked at it. So that started putting the heebie-jeebies up me, but I thought I'll just wave me pranic healing at it and it'll disperse it away, the bad energy, and it can escape. And I went upstairs and they had these furniture, it looked like cowhides, but one of them was near the toilet where I went to have a look at, and there was a squaw's skirt and top, which apparently she'd been murdered in there, and they said satanic ritual abuse. But it was the owners didn't know that because it was a new house to them. But they had all these leftover trinkets from the sugar baron that had lived there before. So her clothes were actually on the wall, like in a frame, and there was a seat there made out of human flesh, which it didn't look like it. So with me being sort of psychic, I could pick up on this, and I brought some of there's another picture there, if you can see there, of some spooky face. Yeah, so and there was some cursed objects there, and it was a very haunted place. So the woman there was in like a trance. She was a pregnant woman, and so I left there feeling a bit weird, to say the least. And when I came back home, all sorts of paranormal hauntings and supernatural things started going on, which I didn't know at first and I was quite afraid of, but because I'd done a lot of training with healing and meditation and things, I was able to overcome it. Otherwise I would have been a goner, I think, or someone would have, because it was very, very, very frightening and very, very debilitating. And I've had serious car accidents and serious near-death experience in the past, so I was used to large amounts of pain and trauma, so I think that's the only thing that got me through it. So we're coming on for 3 o'clock now, so let's see what else they've got. 3 o'clock, there's the sun coming through, and where they said, which is the southeast. But I've already seen enough evidence to know that what they're trying to tell me is started to work, because, like I say, the weather in Wisterson, Crewe and Antwich for this time of the day, when I looked at yesterday, I looked at it about 4 o'clock, it said it was raining and it was cloudy all day. So as you see, I've just stood here in this here, and above me you can see it's blue with white clouds, and around me is dark clouds, but they're all clearing up now actually. But yesterday on the weather app on the iPhone, it did indeed say it was raining all day, but as you can see it's clearing up over there at the minute. So I'm going to go and get this, because it looks like if these faces are going to be closer to the sun and closer Wisterson, they might be further over there. So they're not, apparently. They're going to be. The picture over there in the sky you can see already. It's over there somewhere. Can't see where I'm pointing with this thing. I think it's there. Dog walkers. Right, dog.
Come on.
Not Monty dog. It's Monty the dog. Thing is when you've got when you're doing paranormal stuff, you have to watch it with animals, because if the paranormals are psychotic lunatics and they possess the dog will bite you. So you have to be careful with it. I've been in a pub before now in Northwich, and I'm an animal lover, and I've always got them with animals, no matter how aggressive they are. And I was doing a healing on a bloke, and the pub was haunted, and I was obviously waving around nice energies which the ghost didn't like, so the ghost possessed the dog, and the dog had a right go at me. And then the bloke was saying, I don't know what's wrong with him, because he likes everyone. And I couldn't actually explain to him, oh, it's because there's a ghost in here that doesn't like me doing your pranic healing. There's a big face there, I think. Sometimes they just look like faces, and then it looks like a Cthulhu face, Cthulhu face, if you haven't heard of that. Basically demon types. There's another big picture there. that's a face mask there, so that's what they were talking about. Now I had a different picture in mind because I was picturing like Tutankhamun, but this looks like a tiger face from a Chinese one. So that's as much evidence as I need, because there's a face there. That is a mask in the sky. She's just changed shape now. I'd already got enough evidence anyway, because when you look out your window and it's absolutely tipping down with rain, and then someone comes through on the mediumship channels and says it's going to stop raining in a minute, go out the house and come out. There's, see them pictures there, the big cat face there, these are Chinese death faces. Look, there they are, they're all the Chinese faces. Oh, this is amazing. That is Chinese gods and goddess faces of Chao Ching. Look at them. Well, that's amazing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 faces there. Well, I didn't expect that. I was expecting something else, but I could definitely see 9 Chinese faces there. It's slightly dissipating now. But what did I say? They said at the left of the sun at 3 o'clock, and that was there at the left of the sun at 3 o'clock. So they said they proved to me that they were telling the truth, and that I'm the reincarnation of Ramses the Great, the 3rd king of the 19th dynasty. So they've proved it. I don't know what that means for me, because I've just been known as Simon, the nice lad who's a bit of a comedian who likes going boxing. There's another one there. You see all them faces? You must see them faces there. The masks, I should say, not faces. Well, I'm amazed even. There's another face there. Mask, I should say. They're funerary masks of China. There's obviously a mask there, you can see it. It's bright as plain as day. Now, because now I've seen complete 100% evidence that these that I'm talking about can do huge shows in the sky. Yeah, there's some more coming here, so I might let them speak. So if they say anything derogatory or racist or horrible, you have to ensure that that's not me, because I'm a nice guy, I'm a healer, I'm a vegan, I don't cause anyone problems. So if they do say something in a foreign language and it's racist or sexist or something horrible, look at them. See them pictures there? Then rest assured it's not me. But they might be saying in some old dialect, which I have no idea what it is. So if they do translate it and it's something abusive, be guaranteed it's not me. And if it's something about, if they're slagging me off in some way, you can say, you can definitely say it's a lie. So sometimes when you get a mediumship channel, you get psychotic losers who just want to cause trouble, and they'll say anything horrible, really horrible things. Well, I'm amazed about that. I don't know about you, but if you say, you know, you've been to a psychic or something, and the psychic said, go to the field 3 fields away from your house and face southeast and look at the left of the sun at 3 o'clock, and you'll see funerary masks, and you see 10, 11, 12 of them. That'd blow your mind, wouldn't it? It was blown mine. And I'm used to seeing amazing things happen, and that has excited me, because it means now I've got a new hobby, which is posting stuff on social media to enthuse people to look at the sky. And what I'll do as well is I'll figure out, because I know nothing about YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and X, etc, and truth media and all them lot. So I'll come up with a way of trying to get different ones from different countries to do different pictures in the sky and different commentaries, because when I can trust them, and I can trust the audience not to think I'm a disgusting idiot talking in foreign language about something, because that's what I'm paranoid about. If I let them talk, they might say something horrible about someone, and then I'll get some sort of telling off about language, but I won't know what the language is because I only speak English. So just rest assured that if any of them do talk disgusting language, it's not me, and I do not condone it, but it might be a possibility. So I've been told it's not a possibility, because they're going to shut their mouths if they're going to be disgusting and insulting about me, because I'm the only medium in the world which can take on all these gigawatts of energies it takes for these people to talk. And that's because I've been trained over the last 6 years to take on gigawatts of energies for these voice boxes to work from these UFOs and these spacecrafts, which is this. I'm just hearing this now because I didn't know they were going to do this. But they're saying there's spacecraft with people in them that'll talk through my voice box. And that needs energy, which they catapult through the floor, through the Royal Ordnance Survey, apparently. There's another mask there. There's another one there. Well, it's a faint one because I just missed it from talking, but looks like a Chinese face. I'm getting the thing that there's going to be not much left, but there's still little birdies there. You see the little birdies? They're in the clouds, they're not in the sky. They're actually cloud pictures. And it's not rained since they said it wasn't going to rain. It says they're going to keep it until it goes a little bit darker. So I'm going to go and have a little wander around to see if they've left any ghost particles behind by doing that. There's another mask there. But I'm in a very wet field and I had to go and buy some waterproof boots because I thought this is too important to miss. Because, you know, if someone went to, a tarot reading, there's a big one in the sky. Tarot reading and someone said, go in the muddy field at 3 o'clock and record your first video for me for your content creation. Don't know how many people will actually go out and do it. Especially when they looked out and it was 5 degrees and it was absolutely torrential rain with hails and gusts of wind of 40 miles an hour, which it felt like that earlier, but I was inside, so it might have been less than that. There's another face in the sky there. A mask, I should say. So they've really done me proud, really, seeing that for 6 years I felt like I've been tortured to death. But I think there's more faces there, all masks, as you can see. And that is left of the sun at around 3 o'clock today, which is Monday. It's the second Monday of January 2026. And there's a lady called Mela Mirror, and I don't watch any of them things, and I watched it, and she said, if this is you I'm talking to, and I thought, she probably loads of people's talking about this. And then she talked about my crown chakra, my throat chakra, and I've been doing Vishuddhi and ham and hum and Sri Yantra and lots of throat things, and she was touching her throat going, oh, this person's doing something with the throat and they're really changing things, and they're going to go and do some they're going to be seen. And that she said that this morning, and here I am now doing this. And they told me this morning to come and do this. Well, they did say yesterday, but it was a bit spurious yesterday, and then this morning it was a definite go. So that's my first outing as a content creator, explaining to people that don't know me and that do know me, because people who do know me are going to think I'm mad because they just know me as Simon, who's a good laugh, who's done a bit of boxing. And then some others of me know me as one of the best pranic healers in the world that can fix any, and then some others know me as just a guy from down the pub. This is like having double lives, but you don't want to tell some people what you do, because when you tell people, like my boxing friends, that I'm a pranic healer and I can heal them with this, that and the other, and they're used to going to the doctors and taking cortisone shots and that, they're like, yeah, whatever. They don't listen. But then I go to Gustard to help a billionaire with something that can't be fixed by money, and they're like, thanks very much, it's just been amazing to meet you and do that. So different things, and now I'm on to this now, which is going to be interesting. So watch this space, and if you like it, please subscribe and comment below, and I will try my hardest to keep bringing this content, because there's a lot of it, and there's a lot of people on the other side, and they're not just people, they're all sorts of different individuals want to get their point across and show things like that, and then gain your happiness from it. Because some of us, including me, we just like doing things to make people happy. It's quite selfish. I call it selfish, because when I do something for someone and they're happy and they go, oh, I'm so happy you did that for me, it makes me happy. So I'm thinking, oh, that might be the true meaning of selfishness. Is actually you have to help someone, and then you get the happiness off it, and then that makes you happy. So that's my showing for this day, and I think unless you're a real meanie, you'll say that is a good showing for a first show. There's another face over there, another mask. I'll say these things, but I'm using slang, so if they're incorrect terms, then we just have to go, he's just using slang because he doesn't know the correct terms off the top of his tongue straight away. That's definitely a mask, I can see it. So I might even hang about until it goes dark, because with it being on the media, you can rewind it and fast forward it into the bits that you are interested in. Just have a look round again, because when you're doing paranormal things, you think someone might just jump me one of these days while I'm looking the other way. There's no reason to jump me, but that's not the point. The point is when you're doing paranormal stuff, you might come across someone who properly wants to scare you. And I've met those ones, and they have really scared me very, very much. But fortunately, I've grown up in tough places, doing tough things with tough people. So it takes a lot to scare me. So I think they tried to frighten me a lot, but when I wouldn't scare, they just were waiting for me to get them somehow. Some of them just want to go off the planet and just go away, and some of them are puddled. You know, you've ever come across a friend and you've told them how to stay out of trouble over and over again, and they've ignored you. And they come back and they go, I don't know what's happened, I've just got into trouble again. And you say, well, what happened is you did this, and last time you come to see me, I said, if you do this and this, you'll get in trouble. If you do this and this, you won't. And then you went out and did the same thing again. And so some beings which are, to us, are like unseen, but some are actually in, like, orbiting spaceships stuck there, like in some sort of hibernation chamber. You come across one of them who are a warring nutcase who do like mad wars, which because when you're hardened to war and then you wake up and it's thousands of years later and there's no war on, that's all you know is war and taking and war. And then you come across someone like me who's a healer, who's very reasonable, who'd rather resolve problems than cause them. They don't believe you. They think you're on the take. That's what I've noticed with some people when I'm healing them, and they think, you're on the take, you are, or something. I'm like, no, there's sometimes when people are not genuine, they're disingenuous. They don't believe there's some other people around that are not interested in being on the take, they're interested in being honest. And as you can see there today, someone's been honest with me from the other side or wherever they are, and they've said, come out at 3 o'clock and look to the left of the sun in Wisterston Crew, and you will find there's funerary masks in the sky. And we've all just seen that. So I'm going to leave it there, and until next time, thanks for watching. Ta-ta.